Welcome to Yvonne's Tastes of Asia. Every 2 weeks, I'll be showing you how to make my favorite dishes from 10 different parts of Asia so you can see how easy it is to make one of these delicious, authentic dishes right at home. No need to travel thousands of miles or spend lots of money in a restaurant anymore. And most importantly, you'll learn how to make something super yummy and impress your friends and family. Welcome to our third episode. Today we will be going to India. Today we're going to be making a very simple, aromatic, and delicious stew that originates from the state of Kerala in India, and that is Kerala chicken stew. Chicken and potato cubes are slow simmered in a very delicious coconut-based liquid, and it ends up becoming very aromatic, very delicate, and really, really delicious. I first had this delicious, tasty stew when I visited Australia and I visited Chris's family for the very first time. Chris's family is actually originally from Kerala, and his mom prepared this delicious Kerala chicken stew with Appams for one of my first meals with them, and it was just so delicious and so fragrant and so subtle, but it was something that I knew that I had to recreate. It's one of my very favorite stews from India, and it's definitely very underrated or not known as well as a lot of North Indian based stews and curries, so I'm going to show you how to make this today. It is traditionally eaten for breakfast, usually with dishes such as appam, roti, paratha, or rice. I'm going to show you all the ingredients and how to put this together, so we're going to get started right now. For the ingredients, of course, we're going to have chicken. So I've got about 2 pounds of chicken thighs that I have defatted and also cut into quarters. One question you may ask, can I use breast? Yes, you can use breast, but breast is not as yummy as thigh. This is going to be much moister and more delicious in this stew. We've also got 2 onions that I've thinly sliced, 6 green chilies that I've slit. This is gonna be spicy, spicy. And of course, we got potatoes. And for vegetables for this stew, I've got a very large carrot that I have diced here. We've got some black peppercorns. We're gonna leave them whole. 1 stick of cinnamon. This is about 2 inches. 5 green cardamom pods, and 6 whole cloves. About half a teaspoon of ground turmeric, 4 fat cloves of garlic, as well as about a teaspoon of ginger that I've mashed in my mortar and pestle. A little bit of coconut oil to get us started. Curry leaves. This is gonna be really aromatic. It's gonna add a really delicious flavor to the stew. We're going to have a little bit of lemon juice that we'll add at the end. And then for the base, we're gonna use 1 cup of full fat coconut milk. I use canned coconut milk. Don't use the carton kind. It's kind of weak and watery. That's not what you want. You want the stew to be really rich and have that really delicious silky mouthfeel. We're not going to use all coconut milk. We're going to use a little bit of cow milk as well. So 1 cup of cow milk just to lighten the stew just a tad. So we're going to go over to the stove and start getting this stew cooking. I'm going to turn on the pan on medium heat. And I've already added the coconut oil. Once the oil has heated up, we are going to add in the cloves, peppercorns, cardamom, and the cinnamon stick, as well as a few of the curry leaves. We're gonna let the spices get really, really nice and aromatic. And then once that smell of the curry leaves and all of those spices are wafting through your kitchen, we're gonna add in the garlic cloves. Now in goes the ginger paste, and then all of those onions we sliced, and then the slit green chilies. Spicy, spicy, turn up the heat time. So once the onions have gotten nice and soft, as you can see here, now we're gonna add in the turmeric. And toss that in. 2 pounds of chicken thighs. Dark meat's the best. So we'll mix all of that in. Once the chicken's gotten a little bit of color, now is the time to add the milk. So we're going to add the coconut milk and the regular milk. And then we'll also add in the carrots now. And potatoes. This smells so good. So now we're just gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper to season. Just a few sprinkles. It's already coming to a boil. And give it a nice stir. Now I just want the chicken to cook all the way through and then to get the potatoes and the carrots nice and softened. So now it's already come to a boil. So we're gonna turn this to low and just simmer it until everything's nice and cooked through. Stew's ready! The carrot's nice and tender. Now I'm gonna take a piece of the potato and see. Also nice and tender. Just a little bit of salt. And the gravy has gotten a little bit thicker, which is exactly what we wanted. So now it's time to plate this up. Okay, finally time to taste this. So I've got a little bit of rice I've got in my bowl. I'm gonna scoop some of this chicken stew onto my rice. And like I said earlier, traditionally this is eaten with appam, with roti, paratha, putta. Rice is also an option since we didn't have any of those today. The whole kitchen smells delightful. Here goes. This stew is my absolute favorite Indian stew in the whole world. It's just creamy, it's got this really silky mouthfeel, that aromaticness of cardamom, the cinnamon, the clove. And the chicken flavor with that just complements all of that so well. And the curry leaves are just super aromatic. Kerala food and South Indian food is so underrated and not known enough. Can't imagine anyone eating this stew and not enjoying it. Got a nice hint of spice too. Ooh, the chilies are getting to me now. So this wraps up the third episode of Yvonne's Taste of Asia. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and will consider making this delicious Kerala-style chicken stew in your home kitchen. It is definitely something that will delight your friends and family. And what's best about it is that you don't have to travel thousands of miles to go to India or spend a lot of money at a restaurant. You can make it right at home and your whole house will smell incredible. So I hope you'll consider making this stew at home. Thanks so much for watching again. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and found it inspirational. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I would love to hear what your all-time favorite stew is that you've ever had. Please remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get immediate notifications as soon as I upload my next video. Thanks again for watching and hope to see you next time. Bye! Spicy. I'm gonna need some milk on top of the milk in this stew.